Hey everybody, Jason here. So it's February 24th and it's about 2 degrees Celsius out. It's the sun is trying to get out, so it's sun and cloud mix, and really it's a beautiful day. It's one of those days where, I set out to come out here and get things done, but it seems like every 10 or 20 steps I take, I have to stop and just look around and, listen. It's a nice day. So, I do have things planned. So, it is the season to tap trees. So, I've borrowed a few buckets from my Uncle Bob and got a few spiles, and I'm going to set out to tap a few trees today, and after that, see what else I can get done around camp. One thing I have to do right away is this week we had a lot of melt off. Temperatures went up quite warm, and we had rain, and so a lot of snow has melted, and my wood pile has fallen over. Wasn't a big pile, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's right in my way, so I'm going to tidy that up first and then head out and find a few maple trees close to camp. Alright, so I'm going to get started. Okay, so I found my first tree down by the stream here. It's a good location. It's only, probably like 50 or 75 feet from camp. I noticed a set of coyote tracks walking by it, and it's interesting that I haven't seen a whole lot of wildlife, but I guess they know I'm here. Interesting because I see tons of tracks out here, rabbit tracks, coyote tracks, deer tracks. I've got another set of tracks here that I tried to film. I was going to ask you guys, what you think it is. I'm pretty sure it's a marten. I think it's actually living in the spruce tree, but yeah, I haven't seen it at all. But see the little tracks. Footage of the tracks, it just blends in with the snow, so kind of useless to share. But if I see any in the mud or something like that, I'll be sure to get a shot of it and ask you what you think it is. Would be cool if there was a marten living in this tree. But anyhow, yeah, so, I got this maple here next to me, so I'm going to put in a couple taps. I brought a small Scotch eye auger to drill the holes, and like I said, I got a few buckets, some spiles, So yeah, get to it. Okay, well, I got my buckets hung, collecting some sap right now. So yeah, so that's good. I hung 3 buckets, and I think that's what I'll start off with. Really, when I start to boil it down, it's the pot that I'm going to use, decent sized pot. But if I fill those 3 buckets, I'm not even sure if all that liquid will fit in the pot. So yeah, start with 3. If it seems like the sap is slowing down, then maybe I'll hang another bucket. But right now it's flowing pretty good, so yeah, it shouldn't take too long to fill them up. So I've gone out and I'm looking for a decent size piece of cedar. I got to start working on camp improvements. Really, I'm quite happy with camp, but it's all been very temporary. Working through winter and the snowstorms, extremely cold temperatures. It's not up to what I expect. So in order to get camp to where I want it to be, I need to start really working on some, I guess I'll call them camp fixtures. So the first thing is to find a decent sized piece of cedar. And I've talked about my ethic of cutting down wood before. I'm not interested in cutting down live wood. There may be a day when I do for a special project, but for now I think that with the woods the size they are, I should be able to find what I want. But this particular piece is going to be kind of tricky. I'm looking for a standing dead cedar, with a decent diameter. You know, I want something that's 10, 12 inches in diameter, and that is tough because in the area, really, cedars, they don't get, they get to about 9 inches, when we're lucky. And there's some that are, decent thickness, but, they're alive. So it's going to be, hard pressed to find what I'm after. But yeah, we'll see if I can do it. And if I can, I'll be very happy. So yeah, the search continues. Okay, well, that wasn't too bad at all. Like literally after I recorded that last little bit, I walked around the bend and, saw a cedar that, caught my eye, split up at the top and, halfway leaning down. Thing is, it still has a lot of green branches, but, when I looked closer, I walked around to the other side, I found these ones that are, completely, down, roots up. All the branches all the way up are dead. So I peeled the bark off a bit. It's definitely been dead a while. I just don't know how long and if it's rotting inside. So I'm going to cut into it, see what the quality of the wood's like. And, it's definitely a good diameter for what I want. So yeah, so I think this is potentially a good find. I should say as well that the importance of cedar, why I was looking for cedar, is that, it's for, bush camp and, essentially it's, outdoor furniture. So, I could use hardwoods around, I could build out of poplar, there's tons of poplar down, but, any hardwood, poplar's probably, the worst example, but any hardwood, it's just not... It's not the best for outdoor furniture. You have to put some kind of finish on it for it to survive. Cedar has, natural rot resistance qualities, and so yeah, it's the wood for me. Anyhow, I'm gonna have a look at this. Okay, well, I cut through about midway. And it looks pretty good up that end, good and dry. And, the outer area definitely, under the bark's just coming off easy. And, below that, it's definitely, a little bit soft. But, I'll be removing that anyway. It's, the inside, heartwood that I'm interested in. As long as that's good and, stable, then yeah, it's good. It's down here at the thicker part, the part that I was actually really after, that I'm concerned about. I picked away at it, removed some of the bark and picked away, and it's definitely soft and, you know, a bit punky here and there, so yeah, it might be a lot of work for nothing. So I think really the only thing I can do is you know, keep going, you know, try to see what I can get out of it. You know, it's so far it's the best that I've found. You know, likely the tree that's underneath of it is going to be in worse condition. It's down on the ground, you know. So yeah, I think I'll just keep working and see what happens, but you know, might be a lost cause already. I'll show you what I mean by just the rot that I've found already. Yeah, you can see, you know, the bark is really, you know, it's really wet, but down in here it's all, you know, it's quite starting to decay. You know, probably started to decay last year. Question is, how far does this go? It seems like it only goes down, you know. Bugs, look at bugs have got into it too, but it seems like it only goes down just you know, half an inch or so, and then it's good. You know, down here that feels pretty good in there. So anyway, I guess I'm here. I might as well, you know, keep working at it, and yeah, we'll see. Okay, well, good news, folks. The inside is good. Now I just have to figure out how to get back to camp. Well, just taking a bit of a break. That was still relatively heavy. You know, basically, well, you saw what I did. I just I cut it to the size that I need for the next project, and I took off, you know, some of the, you know, the wet and, you know, rotted material off the one side of the log. Just less weight to carry. Still pretty heavy though, but anyhow, it's here now. So yeah, had a quick look at the sap buckets as well, and it's still flowing. It's looking good, probably, you know, an eighth or a tenth of a bucket already. So yeah, I'll have to come back out and have a quick look tomorrow. And yeah, just keep going from there. Hey everyone, so I'm back out of the camp, and today's the day I'm going to get working on the maple syrup. And I've had a few people tell me they don't think it's going to work, that I won't be able to get the sap, hot enough. But, well, I'm up for the challenge, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's going to take time, so I'm going to work away at my Woodcraft at the same time, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm actually running a bit late, so I've got to get this fire going and, get some hot coals and all that happening so I can, get the sap over the fire as soon as I can. Okay, so I've never actually done this before, so, I don't know how complicated it is, I don't know how easy it is. To me it seems kind of pretty simple, right? Get sap from tree, bring sap to boil, water content in sap evaporates, and what you're left with is your maple syrup. But still, I've never done it before, so yeah, so I'm yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I picked up this grate to go over top of my fire pit. Really have no idea how this will go either. Seems kind of wonky, to be honest. I didn't spend a whole lot on it. I went to basically the dollar store. It was I think it was $30 Canadian, but yeah, I figure I've got a big pot. You'll see I've got a big pot. I'm gonna have it with the sap in it, and I thought I could arrange rocks to put the the pot on, but the more I thought about it, it's like it would be a shame to go through all this process and then have the pot tip over or something like that. So that's why I went out and I bought this. So the first thing I have to do is just get these rocks moved so I can get that set up flat over top of the fire pit. So we'll do that now. Hey, you made it in.
Here I am.
What's in the bag?
It's just some steak and potatoes.
Oh, cool. So I just got the fire going. We just got to build it up a bit. I'm gonna put this is a grill I got. No, this.
Sap, or are we doing that?
Yeah, like this will go on top and the pot will sit on it. Here's some more. That might be a bit big. Here, see around the corner there. There's some. Okay, so Noah's come out to help today.
Yep.
Cool. First time out to the camp.
Yep.
So what do you think so far?
It's pretty impressive, I guess.
Yeah, it's not
I
bad.
don't have any experience making big shelters.
Yeah, but not bad.
Small forts.
Yeah, it's a start.
Mm.
So, anyhow, so the fire's just about ready. We're gonna put that rack over top, and then we'll get the sap on the fire. So, yeah, go collect some sap.
Good.
You want to check that bucket?
How's it look? About half.
Cool. We'll just leave that one for now, and we'll get what's in it later, because I don't want to have too much in the pot. It takes longer to boil. Yeah. Okay, you got it? Yeah. Looking for the pot. So you want to keep an eye on the fire and the sap?
Why not?
Cool. So, okay, so I'm gonna get started on the legs of my shaving horse here. Noah's just been taking care of the sap and keeping the fire going, and he's just put on some herbal tea for us, so that'll be nice. Um, you said it's starting to shake, the sap?
Yeah, it's kind of jiggling around.
Not boiling,
No,
just
not boiling.
jiggling. So the sap's jiggling. So hopefully it'll be boiling soon.
It's boiling.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wicked. Hey, can you get the auger out of the bag? Thanks.
So we've been here boiling this sap down for about 2 hours or so. It's about 2:33-ish. And we've never done this before, so we don't know how long it's gonna take. We're just taking it as it comes and going through all the sap.
Well, the auger's not really cooperating today, so I don't know why. Just it's getting gummed up at the end, so I go a little ways, and I have to pull it out and clean out the hole. So, yeah, no real rush, and the hole is being created, so I'll just keep working at it. But it seems like both things that we're doing today, this and the syrup, are deciding to take their time a little bit. So, and that's okay. It's good to be out here. Good to be out hanging out with Noah. Beautiful day. So, we'll just keep at it. So what do you think of camp?
I think it's pretty cool. Want to take a long time to build.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had the patience for it.
Yeah, it's pretty tough because of like winter too, right? Like cold and snow and everything. So now that the good weather's here, I'm hoping to fine tune things that, you know, I did like the basic, you know, that I could just to get it done. Now better weather, I can put a bit more effort into it. You want to add some more sap?
Yeah, better.
Get much?
2 cups. Both of them? Yep.
Well, how's dinner?
Pretty good.
Steak and potatoes. Okay, so we're losing sunlight, so better say something before the light's gone and we don't have an end to the video. But yeah, sap is... How's the sap doing?
It's low and boiling, but there's not much syrup, I think.
Yeah,
Just not a lot of sap.
yeah. So I don't know if this is an epic fail or not.
Not an epic fail.
No. But it is getting, so there's about that much, eh?
A
Left.
little less.
A little less at the bottom of the pot. And it does look like the bubbles are getting thicker, you know, like as if it was like boiling sugar water, right? So, and it's changing color. It's like yellowy now, so it's not clear. So it might work. We might end up with like a tablespoon of maple syrup.
A sip of syrup.
Yep. So, yeah, we'll see. If we can get it to boil down and the sun's still up, we'll let you have a look. And if not, thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, if you liked the video, please subscribe and give it the thumbs up.
See you in the next one.
Well, you're going to be in the next one?
No. Just a common outro.
Okay. You'll see me in the next one. You'll see him in another one.
Few next ones.
Okay. All right, well, We got about a half an inch left at the bottom of the pot. It's definitely not syrup, so we're going to try to drink some. You can go first.
Oh, it's sweet though. It's really sweet.
Wow. Yeah, that is really good, eh? So I think what we need to do is lots of buckets of sap.
Yeah, definitely.
And lots of boiling.
And lots of time.
Lots of time. Yep. This is nice though, isn't it?
I like it.
What's it taste like? Like what? Compare.
Maple.
Maple. Yeah, like hot maple drink, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's even like a little bit sticky, eh? Yep. Yeah, I like it. Well, I'm back out at the camp, and I was thinking about, boiling some more sap, but there's not a whole lot in the buckets today. I guess it got too cold, so I'm working on the shaving horse. That's going to be a, important tool out here for me to, build other things. I've never built one before, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's pretty simple design, but the first time at anything is, always a little bit of a challenge. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to focus on that today, and yeah, we'll see how much I can get finished of it. It's another beautiful day. Yeah, been lucky, It's still cold, I still have to wear a toque, but we're probably sitting at, like -2 or, 0 today. So yeah, not bad. Yeah, it was great having Noah out here yesterday. It's good just to hang out with him, but also that he, even if it's just a small interest in spending time out in the woods, it's that little bit of interest that, hopefully, when he reaches my age, will, draw him back out here, and he'll be able to enjoy, this, getting out into nature, out onto the landscape, and, slowing down for a little while. So yeah, of course, we all find our own path, and he will, but yeah, all the same, pretty cool having him out. Yeah, definitely a highlight of the week. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've got 4 holes bored into my beam, and then I've created basically a tenon, or like a dowel type of thing at the end of each of my posts that I'm going to use as legs. So I used the Scotch eye auger to drill the hole, and then I marked the thickness at the bottom of my post, to give myself a rough guess estimate at how thick a diameter to make this. So then I also basically made all of these the same length on all 4 legs, but now I have to make sure that they're not too long. Okay, so I just grabbed a stick and I'm using it as a depth gauge basically, and I'm just measuring it and then eyeing it up. I want to make sure that I cut off so that this tenon is going to be shorter than the hole is deep. That way, when I pound it in, it would suck if I had like a half-inch gap between the leg and the beam. So if I make this shorter, even by like 1/4 of an inch or 3/8 half inch, I'll be able to pound it in, and it should go all the way in. Should. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I haven't made one of these before, so my concerns are the angles of the legs and how that'll work out. But yeah, I guess we'll find out. So yeah. Okay, well, I'm just finishing off with the parts that I need to assemble up the shaving horse. I'm almost done, but the sun is going down, so I'm not going to have time to assemble it today, that's for sure. So we'll do that next time. So hopefully you're liking the series so far. Hopefully you can forgive the mistakes I make and, enjoy just the learning process with me. Yeah. This is going to be probably a long video. I've been out here 3 days and, going to put it all together. Hopefully that's not too long for you. Let me know if you, like shorter videos or longer videos, and I'll try to accommodate. I personally like to make them, around, 20 minutes or half an hour. It's a reasonable amount of time for the editing afterwards, and usually I can get some kind of content together, so it's a little bit entertaining. But yeah, let me know what you think. Anyhow, thanks for watching.